I hope you guys ended up having a good Valentine's Day, and if you spent it with somebody, I hope it went great for you. I hope you planned out a day. I hope you got some that night. I really do. And if you didn't, well, we got some work to do. We got some stuff that we can work on so that next Valentine's Day, we're not by ourselves. But regardless of whether or not you spent it with somebody or not, the worst thing that you can do to your girl or the girl that you're dating, whether it be your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance, if you're about to get married, whatever it is, the worst thing that you can do is that you fuck her over. Like, if she's actually truly in love with you, like she's head over heels in love with you, she only wants you, and you know that she only wants you, and it's like she's not out here hoeing and like being a thot. The worst thing that you as a man can do, because we're gonna keep ourselves accountable too, we're not just gonna be bashing women and like talking bad about people and like talking shit. No, we're also gonna be held accountable for our own actions, our own inactions, and take responsibility for the things that we do and we don't do. That's one thing that I will emphasize. We have to take responsibility for our own actions. And honestly, the worst thing that you can do as a man to your girl, if she's actually truly in love with you and she only wants you, is for you to screw her over and like fuck her over. Because not only is she like showing you that she actually only wants you, like she's head over heels for you, she's like basically telling you, no, I see myself with you, only you, I don't have any eyes for anybody else, I only want you, I don't want to be out here in these streets, I don't want to be out here hoeing, I only want you. The worst thing you can do is you end up fucking her over, because not only are you just gonna make like a bad impression on her in the end, but you're also really gonna like fuck her up both mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and maybe even physically. But I hope it doesn't get to that point, because we all know that women are very inherently emotional. They don't think with their brains, they're not very logical, and they think more emotionally. So their decisions mainly off of whether they feel happy or not, how their mood is that day in that specific moment. That's how they usually make their decisions and do the things that they do. That's how they do it. So if you end up fucking the girl over and like screwing her over by like cheating on her or sleeping with her best friend or sleeping with her sister or something like that, where you really fuck her over like really bad, you're definitely in for a really bad awakening, because you're gonna ruin something that could have been very special with that girl. Not only was she showing you that she only wanted you, she only had eyes for you, she wanted to be with you and be the only one that you would be with, or she was the only one that she wanted to be with. But mentally, she's not gonna be able to trust anybody else for quite a while, or maybe even for the rest of her life, depending on how bad you screw her over. Part of the reason why we be like, nah, you got trust issues, or always trying to go like crazy about us and like asking us where we are, asking us a whole bunch of questions, questioning us, trying to track us down, stalking us. Part of the reason is because they had somebody who fucked them over in the past, and now we got to deal with the repercussions and the consequences that came with that. Not saying that I'm like justifying it and being like, oh, well, they have a reason to be like that. No, but necessarily we as men, we are also to blame, because part of the reason why we deal with some of the bullshit that we deal with is because our own fellow man will screw us over by screwing these girls over that we end up dating, not knowing that they were done wrong in the past, and now we have to deal with it. We have to deal with the repercussions. We have to try and kind of fix that out of them. So really the worst thing that you can do for any girl, I don't care if it's only like you've been with her for maybe a month, a year, 10 years, 20 plus years. Don't fuck them over. Don't screw them over. If you really like don't want to be with this girl anymore, just flat out, even though it might hurt, it might be difficult, the best thing that you could do is actually be honest. I know it might sound like cliche and maybe like kind of cringy, but at the end of the day, like if you were actually honest about it and you said that like you wanted to start seeing other girls, or you know, necessarily you don't feel the same way as you once did, yeah, she might feel hurt. Definitely. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She's gonna be hurt when she hears this, but at the end of the day, everybody would be if they were put in that situation on the other side where they have to receive those type of news. Like if we was the ones who had to receive those, we'd be kind of like, damn, fuck. If you got broken up with, you were like, damn, you kind of felt bad afterwards or when it happened. But when you're actually honest about it, even though it sounds cringe and sounds cliche, when you're honest about things, it saves you a lot of headache. It saves you a lot of the bullshit that we have to deal with. That way, even though she might not feel the happiest, she might not feel the best about it, at least you're not fucking her over. You're not screwing her over because you were honest about it. You said, you know what, babe, I want to actually start talking to other people as well, or I just don't feel the same anymore, and I think it'd be better if we just went our separate ways. Of course, it's definitely easier said than done, because no girl or really no guy really wants to be in that situation where they have to break up with somebody, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to go ahead and just rip the band-aid off and bite the bullet and just do what you have to do, which in this case would be being honest and about your intentions, how you feel, and what it is that you want to do. But regardless of the fact, at the end of the day, don't screw these girls over, bro. If she really loves you, if she's really head over heels for you, she like tells you vividly, I only want you, I don't see myself with anybody else, and her actions match what her words are telling you, don't screw her over. If you want to date other girls, at least just tell her, like, be honest about it. You'd be amazed, some of these girls are actually okay with you seeing other girls as long as they can be part of your life. You'd be amazed. You will find some girls, not all of them, of course, not every girl's like this, but you'll find them here and there where you'll see that when you're honest about this, you'll find a girl who's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna stop you, and you're gonna do what you want to do regardless of how like I feel. So at least I'd rather you be honest about it with me and telling me this, that you want to start seeing other girls, you want to date other people besides me, so that way she doesn't have to find out by herself and then it just blows up into a complete fucking mess. You'll find maybe 1 or 2 girls like this, maybe in your lifetime, a couple. Not all of them are like this, of course, because no girl really wants to share her mans, but you'll find a couple who are willing to do this as long as they get to be a part of your life. And if she's not okay with this, well, let things last however they're gonna last. Don't force anything. Like I always tell you, don't force a relationship with her. Don't force her to try to stay with you. If she doesn't like it and she doesn't want to be a part of your life anymore after you're honest about your intentions, how you feel, and what you want to do with the relationship that you have, and she decides, you know what, I'm good, I think we might be better off going our separate ways, then that's okay. Let things run their course. Let things last however long they're gonna last. And if she sticks around, cool. And if she doesn't, that's cool too. Just wish her the best, but don't ever screw her over, because that's the reason why a lot of us have to deal with the bullshit that we deal with. A lot of the headache, a lot of the drama, a lot of the problems, the issues, and everything that we deal with is because our own fellow man has fucked us over, has shot us in the foot by screwing these girls over that we end up dating later on in the future. If you stuck around to the end, I really appreciate you. Don't stop watching now. Go ahead and watch my most recent upload. Don't forget to make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. I'm gonna see you boys in the next one. Peace.